Hey YouTube, A.Maze here, back again with another video. Welcome to our channel and thank you for watching. Alright guys, so as your coach, I'm here again to keep reminding you, you gotta keep going. Alright, you could be having a great day. I bet you walking on cloud 9. And some of you probably, either way, I ain't gotta tell you, those times come and they go, okay? Sometimes you high flying, you're on your high flying disc, as Abraham Hicks likes to call it. I studied the teachers with Abraham Hicks, guys. Check Abraham out. Anyway, sometimes you're like that, and sometimes you're, either way, hang in there, okay? Without further ado, I just want to kind of, loosely go over some things that we talk about often because, again, repetition is everything, okay? We have to discuss this. We have to hear speeches about it. We need formal education on it. We need coaches. We need friends. We got to talk. Especially if you live amongst people who just cannot relate to you, okay? You're an awakened spirit. You're seeking. Okay, when you talk about things, it's hard for you to find people that you can talk to, and what you say to them, it doesn't even make a little sense, but you know it make all the sense in the world. That's why you got YouTube channels and Instagram, all right? So here I am, A.Maze, I'm one of them. Now, we want to talk about is ease. That's important in this process, okay? It's called a process for a reason, guys. One of our biggest hang-ups, as spirits here having this human experience, is impatience and, lack of faith at times. Logically, spiritually, yes, we know that there is a realm that's guiding us, but we still get worried, We're trying to overcome that. So here's my tip for you. Aim all of your intentions with ease. What does that mean, A.Maze? Okay, so anything you envision yourself doing, anything that you believe will make your life better, okay? Anything like that. When you envision it happening to you, make sure you conjure up the feeling of ease, okay? When you visualize it. And as much as you can throughout your just everyday living, try to recall that feeling and drudge it up. Whether you have to recall a memory, take deep breaths, either way. Make a conscious effort to drudge up the feeling of ease. Okay? That's number one. Let that be like your daily just go by every day. Like just when you do out in the world. I'm picking up my kids, I'm going to the store. If you need a thought process, say to yourself, ease. You can even spell it in your head, okay? You can spell the letters out or say it over and over again or drudge up feeling or make up sentences with the word. I'm serious, guys. I know it might sound a little silly, but the key is trying things we haven't tried. All right. If what you've done before didn't work and you're dissatisfied with ongoing conditions, try these exercises, okay? Anything we do with our conscious mind, we are implanting those ideas in our subconscious. We want to feed our subconscious ease because we want our life to feel easy. All right. Now, I'm not saying things don't happen. We all know they do. That's why we seek self-help. Like, God, help me. How do I get out of this trouble? Things happen. But just because things happen, that doesn't mean you have to stop living. Okay? Living is inside. And that's what we're here trying to do. We're trying to live in spite of. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and have heart palpitations because someone flattened my tire. Because if I do, guess what? I'm raising my blood pressure and giving myself a headache. And I still don't know what to do about the tire. I still can't get to work. Whereas if I would just said, I know I got to get to work, but what can I do? I didn't cause this. Well, maybe I created it, but it's done. What do I do? That's where faith come in. You call upon the universe when you say things like that to yourself. It's not to say, oh, I'm just nonchalant with life and lackadaisious and, oh, I don't care. It's not that. You do what you can do. It's all spiritual. It's all mental. All right. So before I digress, let's move on. This isn't like a list I have for anything that I compiled. I'm just trying to be kind of organized in my thought process when I present these ideas to you. Okay. So we talked about ease, which we're going to talk about more later. But we won't let that sink in. Now, next thing I want to talk about and kind of give some attention to is language. We need to pay attention to the language we use. So we need to stop telling ourselves and others that life is hard, or how you gonna be able to do that if you. Let's not do that, okay? We don't have to worry about, our 3D perception of something. We're gonna start making a conscious effort to put our focus on what is it that we want, not how many bills we gotta pay and what's in the way. No travel, no car. We know that. We know that, right? But instead of focusing on it, focusing on what we don't have is going to create it for us or help us come up with a way to get it, we focus our attention somewhere else. See, let the energetic forces work for you by you making a conscious effort to place your attention in the direction that you want. So let me give a loose example to help me explain this. Like, for example, let's stick with the car thing. Say somebody, you go outside, you got to get to work in like 10 minutes and somebody slashed your tire. So you can't get to work unless you hop on a bus. What can you do? If you panic, you're going to make it worse for yourself. So you say to yourself, I can still get to work. Yeah, I'm going to be very, very late. And I do feel afraid. But what if I never ever showed up for work? That would be worse. Okay? That's something you can say to yourself. All right? There are ways for you to have forward thinking thought without lying to yourself. Okay? Because I know a lot of times we're taught to use words and say positive things, but you don't really believe that. Like if your bank account been low for a long time, it's hard for you to go around saying, I'm rich, right? We get it. For some that work. For a lot of people it work, for a lot it don't. But the same ideas are the same. The reason they're teaching you that is because it's a forward-thinking thought. And it's a thought that you never entertained as a possibility. So it matters not if you say something like that you would perceive to be extravagant. Like, oh, I'm wealthy, I'm rich, even though you make less than minimum wage. That would seem far-fetched, right? It's no different than you saying, I'm going to have money in a minute, right? But that's easier for you to believe. So there's a difference, but the energies are the same. The purpose of you taking stages with your thought process and your language in that fashion is to build your own belief in it. Because that's where it begins, okay? None of your manifestations can occur if you don't believe in them. All right? So you have to speak language that is positive but believable to you. And then when you have gotten comfortable at that level of belief, you can take it up a notch. So back to the example of the person that makes less than minimum wage. If they were opposed to them saying, oh, I'm wealthy, I'm rich, which is perfectly great if they want to do that and it works for them. It works. But if it doesn't work for you, and you're that person, you say, I will have lots of money in the future. Okay? Because you believe that. That's better than you saying, oh, God, I'm tired of being broke. Don't do that. Don't say, oh, I'm tired of being broke. Say, I'm going to have money in the future. Then when you start believing that more and more, take it up a notch. Money is coming to me now. It's easy for you to believe that because you're seeing opportunities. jobs are calling you. You're able to start a business. Signs of money. It don't necessarily have to be like paper dollars, but signs of it are showing up in your world. Ever since you started saying stuff like I'm gonna have money one day, and then you notice all of it. You do that on a pattern. You get that as a pattern, and then one day, out of the blue, a friend calls you and says, "I got this mink coat. You want it?" Or my uncle got a car. We can drive out of town. They got this job. I mean, things in relation to you earning money, getting it by surprise. Stuff will happen. And then when those type of things happen, it's up to you to make a conscious effort to say, oh, this is the universe giving me my sign, telling me my money is here. So what you do is you internalize that, and you use that for your visualization, and you take emotion, happy emotion out of it, and you say, you know what, I am rich. And you can let that be a way for you to make it believable to you. Okay? And then when you do that and be thankful, more will come, and then you allow the universe to give you more, and then you take that more that you get from that action, and you internalize it, and you build and you build and you build and you build until you get into a rhythm, energetic rhythm for your own life that you feel comfortable with, to where you can predict when your manifestations are coming, which ones you know you have to be patient with. It'll get like that. You'll get to a point where you'll know, okay, I love to do that, but I know this is probably going to come sooner, or maybe not. But either way, you're comfortable in it to where you don't feel pressed, you don't feel stressed, you're not feeling like, oh, when is my manifestations coming? You won't, because you took the first step. And that is itty bitty details of the language you use, and you be patient and you stay there with that. Okay? So now that we've gotten that out, we're going to stay there with that. We're going to come back to it. And the segue to that is, the next thing we're going to talk about is staying in the moment. Being present. All right? It ties into with the last two things we talked about, because when you work toward being present, okay, not only do you create your next moments thereon, you don't think so much and hard about the future, and it don't stress you out. So you're doing two things there. You're creating peace right here and now, and allowing the energetic field of peace to be attracted to you. So therefore, it'll follow you all the way on to the rest of the future. You're creating my next moment, my tomorrow, the next moment tomorrow, the next day, and so forth. Because I am finding a peaceful place here. And I'm getting closer and closer to it the longer I stay in it. Now I'm going to be peaceful from here on out, because I'm attracting peaceful energy, right? So now you've gotten that out the way. And also what you're doing is you're allowing the universe to work for you, and you're able to stay peaceful where you are. And when you do that, that's also a way of saying thank you. So you're also attracting more. And then you're not driving yourself crazy talking about, gosh, when is that money coming through that I need so bad? Because before the money comes, you're going to still have contentment. That big bonus you're looking for may not have showed up yet, but I guarantee you the universe has taken care of your eating, your roof, whatever it is you was worried about when you just let go. Even if you lost something that you tried so hard to hold on to. When you remember that the universe is really working for you, it won't bother you as much, because you know, well, it's something, I know something better is coming, and I done been stuck in the situations before. I will make it. Okay? Alright, you strong, you can do it. That's why you was awakened. I don't want you guys to forget that. That's my job. My job is to make sure you stay on track. Alright, so we done talked about some three good important things. Ease. In your spiritual journey, ease on down the road. Don't you carry nothing. Okay, I mean, you a coach, you're not. Pay attention to the language you use. All right. Don't say, "Oh God, it's raining." Say, "Whoo, at least the streets is clean." You know, I got an umbrella in there. What else? Uh, that was it. The last one was staying in the moment. Okay. It's a lot to take in, but step by step, staying in the moment will keep you sane. Plainly put. All right, guys. That's about it. That's about it, y'all. I ain't here to talk your ears off. I'm here to coach and help. I don't have a quote right now in this video. The next one I will. If you like the quotes, let me know. Give me some comments. Y'all got my email address. Check out my social media, okay? It's videos on there. It's all kinds of stuff to talk about. We can talk all day. In the meantime, I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.